you think I killed that girl.
I don't know.
Maybe you figure that I've got Hattie stowed away here someplace. But aren't you supposed to have some kind of a warrant to go poking around?
Yes.
What is happening, folks? Welcome to another episode, Nerds at Night. I am your host, Blake Weather, the world's most okayest detective. Your words, not mine. And we are here reacting to the movie. You know, I know probably a lot of people haven't seen this particular version with Peter Ustinov, and I'm sure everybody's seen the Poirot one with David Suchet, the Dead Man's Folly, because it was the last episode he recorded chronologically. The rest of them came out in a different order, but it was the last one he ever recorded, right, was Dead Man's Folly. This one you can find on, like, if you go searching for it on one of those, like, Mubi apps or something like that, Vudu or whatever, this movie will be there. You got to rent it, but it's whatever if you want to watch it. But in comparison with, like, 13 at Dinner, this just felt funnier. This was way more funnier. I had a way better time with this movie. And yes, I'm recording this after recording the reaction. I'll tell you why. YouTube loves to fight with me when I upload these old school Peter Ustinov Poirot films. They just love to argue with me. They love to find a copyright strike here and there. I don't know if they're trying to, like, keep these movies hidden or secret or something, but I see why more people don't do this. It's such a hassle. I've been trying to get this up since last Friday. So this will come out on a Wednesday. I've been trying to get this out since the previous Friday, and I've just ran into copyright. And you know what? Just so y'all can see a day in my life and why I fight with them, so I can keep the integrity of these reviews and the reactions, just so you can get a glimpse into it. At the end of this reaction, I'm going to post what they allowed me to put up, which I think was something like 2 minutes. It was like 2 minutes worth of my reaction. I clipped out the part of me talking, but look at this photo right here. It was originally 50 minutes. They clipped it down to 10 minutes. And that also includes my outro and a little piece where I was like breaking down the murder in the middle of the film. For y'all sticking around, y'all stick around till the end of the reaction. And at the end of this, I will play the 2-minute clip that they were going to allow me to post. And like, y'all don't want to see no 2-minute clip because they don't make no goddamn sense. So that is why sometimes these take so long. It's not that I don't have them done. It's that YouTube loves to fight with me on them. And you know what? They love to fight with me, but I'm here to fight back. So I hope y'all really enjoy this. Again, I had a great time with this. This movie also, again, it takes place in the 80s. I didn't know that going in. I had less of a problem with it in this movie than I did in the previous movie, 13 at Dinner. Well, the storyline is great. There's plenty of nice little dry humor drops here and there. I wanted to keep this, again, I wanted to hold the integrity of this video as much as possible without removing any clues, without removing any suspects, and without removing any important lines that I think you need to hear in order to solve the mystery. I think with the reaction that I have, actually, if you pause it when I pause it and I start to break down the clues right before the end of the reveal and give my guess, I think you have enough to go off of to piece together who done it, right? But how do we piece together who done it? You know, as always, if you're here for this murder mystery theater, aka money mystery theater, you know that we have rules for solving a murder mystery. And what are those rules for solving a murder mystery? Let's get right into it before we get into my reaction. Rule number 1 for solving a murder mystery, you got to have suspects. Rule number 2, you got to have clues. Rule number 3, you got to have motive. Rule number 4, got to have opportunity. Always bonus. Rule number 5, you have to have red herrings. So be sure to keep track of those things as the movie progresses. I think I left enough of the movie in there for you to be able to solve this. Hopefully, if you haven't read the book or haven't seen the David Suchet one, then this will be a fun way to guess of like who done it. Without further ado, I'm going to let my past self take it over. And here we go with Dead Man's Folly. All right. Dead Man's Folly. Here we go. I never seen this before. They better not have this in the 80s again. I'm going to be very upset if that's the case. Oh my God. It looks like the 80s. Oh, I don't want no part of this. That's how I feel like that fish. He's like,
don't you have any more optimistic fish? They all look so depressed. No, Ariadne Oliver.
Yes.
oh, that's a character that Tina Fey plays in Haunting in Venice.
Hello, young man.
Is your mother at home?
I was going to call you.
Oh?
You see, I'm doing a murder hunt.
Oh, all right, murder hunt.
But surely you, of all people, don't need my help in your fictitious creation.
I see where this is going. It's gonna be a real murder throughout this thing, huh? I bet.
Couldn't you just give me the tiniest hint of what it's all about? A very small clue.
Small clue.
No, not here. I can't do that.
Not here in the food hall? Is there danger involved?
Ooh.
Your work is solving murders. Mine is to create them. I have the feeling that mine won't be the only one at Nass House this weekend.
Oh, did they bring that fool back? His homie? They bring Hastings? Oh, they brought him back. I bet you he's a fool in this one too. They kind of kept the same theme that. They kind of kept the same theme. Okay. I mean, oh no, I'm never gonna get over this being in the 80s, bro. Like, budget must have been maybe $1,500, maybe $1,700, bro. Like, why would you? It don't make no sense.
No, that tax has taken away from the old families. Well,
He looks guilty.
From Germany I am coming.
Where do you come from, young lady?
She does not much English speak. From Italy she is becoming. You are the French, no?
I am the
Belgian.
Belgian.
She looks guilty too. Are they all going to the same place? All right, I get a bunch of strangers all together. Somebody about to die.
The man here does not like we make shortcut to hostel, but it is long walking on the road. Auf Wiedersehen.
Oh, the ADR on that is garbage. Oh, my man got to get his fix in. Get it, baby.
Well, you must know how we writers hate suggestions.
Writers, well, detectives are worse.
This estate was hers till she lost it to death taxes when her husband died.
We got a suspect.
Then Michael Wayman, architect and critic.
We got another suspect.
Sir George put the Folly up in a rush the very week he arrived at Nass House.
doesn't even have a view.
Then we have Alec
Some more
and Sally
suspects?
Legg. I wanted Sally for my dead body. And if you ask me, the marriage won't last.
God, that's rude.
A self-made millionaire. Don't ask me how, but rolling in money.
Place looks super sus. Looks nice though.
His wife is even younger, Hattie. She's American. Probably married him for his money. She's very beautiful, but a little dim, if you know what I mean.
She not the brightest.
Call from Zurich.
Oh, what's he doing? Swimming in his little me-undies?
Zurich.
He rude. Pick up the phone.
Excuse me, please. Hello?
Well, what do you think? Don't you sense something abnormal in the atmosphere?
Abnormal, no.
Oh.
Lady Stubbs, may I present Hercule Poirot and Arthur Hastings.
They're emeralds.
If I may say so, they are nothing compared with their wearer.
Oh, this guy got a crush. That also looks like you bought it at a Dollar Tree.
Go back! They use it as a shortcut, go traipsing across to the ferry boat. No respect for private property. All communists, I shouldn't wonder.
Wow.
Shall I fetch you some tea, madam?
Tea tastes like medicine.
So you want some or not?
Oh, you like nightclubs?
Oh, yes.
All right. My girl wants to party all the time.
Right, Michael?
Oh, they having some funny business.
And all the other women have nice jewelry and clothes as well.
Oh, she just want to
But
stunt.
not as nice as mine.
And that's important.
Oh, sure. Or else you're plain and nobody. Like poor Amanda.
Wow.
I'm going upstairs now.
You've been in bed all day. You're not feeling well.
I have a headache.
Oh, I have a headache. Something suspicious already going on. He knows it. He knows it.
A building needs a good foundation, not just an ornamental facade.
Okay,
Wow.
I'm going to explain my murder hunt. This is a map of the grounds.
He ain't having it.
The first is our nuclear scientist.
Oh,
It's like a murder party. That sounds fun.
Now, you'll find your first clue in the picture at the bottom of the page.
I think it's obviously a net of some sort. tennis net or hairnet?
Very good.
I often wonder how good I'd do, given I've watched so many murder mysteries and broken them down. I wonder how well I'd do in a murder mystery party. Let me know how well y'all do.
Now remember, all clues lead to the boathouse, where the Yugoslavian wife has been strangled with a clothesline.
I think I must go and see if Hattie needs anything.
Righto, boy.
Yeah, ain't nobody trying to play her game.
And Captain Hastings is next door.
Really?
Hello.
Hello?
Oh, hello.
Come and look at this.
Oh, she snuck away. Oh, he's sneaky too. Bunch of sneaky snakes over here. Bunch of sneaky snakes. Pot plants for sale. They selling pot.
Don't lose them from sight.
Y'all about to get found out. Poirot, don't be playing. Who did he point to? Was it us?
Where?
Oh my God.
46, 47. Let me walk you to your home.
It was I who introduced Hattie to Sir George.
Oh.
I deliberately influenced her. It's a very wicked world, Monsieur Poirot, and there are very wicked people in it.
I'm really happy people are just saying his name correctly.
Jane, this is Hercule Poirot. Mr. Poirot? Hey, Mr. Poirot. Hey.
Bye, Hercule.
Now, where are these other fools at, though?
Ferry, sir.
Ah!
Oh my
You
God.
mustn't do that. That's extremely dangerous.
Ferry, sir. Me? I concentrate my vices.
No,
Oh my God.
Look here, please, no.
Frenchy, are you?
I'm Belgian.
Rare and cunning, the Folliots are.
What?
Why do you say that?
There'll always be a Folliot at Nass House. Even the big oak where he put the folly, gone. Always a Folliot at Nass, lass. Always a Folliot at Nass, lass.
Homeboy about to trip. That's the way I felt. Oh, my boy's in the stupor right now. That boy toasted. Hey, somebody drowned him.
Hi.
Boy, look in that red shirt looking like Mick Jagger.
Oh, well, I just wanted to look at my Vogue. Here. Well, let me see if I have anything else.
Oh, that's suspicious. She in some shit.
Oh!
What is it, darling?
Eddie South is coming. Eddie South, a boy from my hometown. Nothing. It was a long time ago.
Oh, the ex-lover.
I have a headache. I'm going to lie down.
Why you have a lot of headaches?
News from an old friend seems to distress you somewhat.
Eddie's no friend. I don't want to see him. I don't like him. He does very bad things.
Everybody speaks in riddles in this movie. What's going on?
Headache, my foot.
For real. Both of my feet.
Now, do you see what I mean? Things just aren't normal around here.
Oh, they seem normal enough to me.
Didn't tell you that there's something strange going on?
My intuition tells me that I've not yet finished breakfast.
It's so interesting, like that they have it in this time, and I don't know. It just throws it off a little bit. Oh my God, they're going through it again.
I'm sorry, this is not a shortcut. This is private property. You're trespassing.
But we
That's a
come
boy.
for carnival.
It's not open yet, and you need a ticket from the gate. What's that, Hattie? Oh, all right. Never mind. Be my guests. All right, Hattie, darling, I'm coming.
This is Marlene, our murder victim.
But I'm not going to have any blood on me. A murder ought to have blood, and there should be a sex maniac.
What?
My granddad saw a dead woman down by the woods. At least that's what he says. But granddad's daft.
This is so fascinating. Honestly, I think they're doing a better job with like the whole 80s aesthetic than they did with the last one we watched, the 13 at Dinner. So I'm with it.
I hereby declare this fair open.
Somebody go use that gun later. Let me find out. A bop wop a loo bop.
You don't happen to have the time, do you? I'm dying for my tea, and I'm due a half-hour break at 4.
It's 10 minutes to 4. Just long enough to tell my fortune.
Give me your palm.
This one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Ah, do.
Don't do that.
You will come into a great deal of money.
Ooh.
Take a sea voyage and get everything you want for Christmas.
9 minutes before 4. Bye.
Is it though? Or is he just testing her?
You have broken my rhythm.
What is he doing? He's sneaking trying to do something. Oh, he about to get them all. Yeah, he about to get them all.
I did not yet have time to acquire my rhythm, you understand, sir. Please, I want this one. Извините, пожалуйста.
This guy looks like a James Bond villain.
Murder hunt is about to begin.
What are they doing?
Maps giving the first clue to the murder hunt.
That looks suspicious. That looks real suspicious. I mean, I guess she's a girl.
I thought that this was the home of a guy named Stubbs.
Oh, it is.
My name's Eddie South.
Oh, okay.
I wrote to Mrs. Stubbs that I'd be arriving, but I don't know that she...
Oh, that's the guy. That's the guy she's like nervous about.
That she did get my letter.
Yes.
It's funny, she never wrote me back.
Could you tell us where Lady Stubbs is?
No, I've been looking all over the place for her.
Okay.
Thing and find Sir George for you. Come along, sir.
Oh, look at him. Got all the I'm gonna be like George when I grow up.
George, may I present Eddie South?
But I'd really like to see Hattie.
Oh, she's probably around somewhere. Do be a good chap, Poirot, and see if you can scare her.
The first clue, if I remember rightly, is a
Tennis net was the first clue.
tennis net over this water. Is there a waterfall near here?
Yes. Yeah, it says Cascade.
Okay. We on a hunt. We on a hunt. I like this.
Mrs. Oliver!
Don't be scaring people like that.
I'm afraid I made the clues too hard.
What is the name of that building?
The Music Temple.
Oh.
The next clue must be
Right. Oh, you're amazing. I don't know how you do it.
Little Grey Cell.
I mean, that's pretty easy, lady.
Now, you must row out there and see if you can find the next clue.
Over the water?
Yes.
Oh, no, no, no,
Oh,
no.
yeah. Right.
Get in first. Tell me if it's dangerous. Give me your hand. Both of them. Wait,
Oh, good. Oh no, baby. Did Poirot help with any of this? What's he doing? I don't know. I don't know if I'm okay with this. No, it's a musical note, so you gotta play it.
Kiref. And why the Folly? Folly.
Yeah.
Folly.
Folly.
The key to the boathouse is in
The Folly. The Folly, that's it.
Come quickly to the boathouse.
We got a dead body in there, I bet. Oh no, she's dead.
Just like my murder.
Yes, it is, Mrs. Oliver. Exactly like your mother.
Oh, snaps. Now we gotta solve who did it. Dang, they running. I like that. They got some pep in their step.
I did it. It was my murder.
Mrs. Oliver, be a man.
I was present when you solved the ABC murders. Extraordinary.
Oh, nice.
Bland. That's who you are.
But that was 15 years ago.
You remember me? Why should I not remember you?
I've just read your latest book, Hatchet, Blood, and a Parakeet. Quite absorbing.
For the assist. Shout out to Poirot.
The dead girl was the wife of a Yugoslavian scientist?
No. She was...
Mrs. Oliver here invented a murder hunt, a game. Whoever won would win the prize.
That makes sense. She did it.
Or what if she saw somebody on that yacht out there throw a body into the river?
Thank you, Mrs. Oliver.
Sir George always does 50 laps before tea.
I should like to talk to him straight away.
I mean, somebody was swimming and pulled that dude into the water, so...
May I come too, please? There may be a book in it.
I kind of like Tina Fey more as the author lady.
We did not finish.
You were gonna expose some lie he told, probably accuse him of being secretly Vichy, then he would have threatened to deck you. Effort spared.
He looks way too dry to be doing some laps.
I regret to inform you that a murder has been committed on your property. Low comedy police. I mean, the chap looks like something out of the burlesque. Detective Inspector Black.
Oh, he a real cop, my dude.
Oh.
Marlene, down at the boathouse, she's been murdered.
Yes, I know.
I mean, really murdered.
Lady Stubbs cannot be located.
Damn it.
He wasn't even in the water. He was not doing laps.
Lady Stubbs thought it'd be nice to take the poor girl some refreshment. So I did.
At what time?
At about 4 o'clock.
Estimated time of death?
Between 4 and 4:30.
But somewhere she's hiding from that. Hattie
South.
received a letter from him this morning at breakfast.
Oh, Hetty South.
Told y'all.
Now, Launch, I want a word with Mr. South.
That was a weird edit. Eddie's out getting down, though. He got some bops.
May we come aboard? Police business.
He didn't even say yes.
Have you met Lady Stubbs yet?
Hattie?
No.
No. He said he was going to call me when she turned up. Where is she?
Missing.
Missing?
Mr. South, when we say that someone is missing, it means that we don't know.
She was the beautiful rich girl back in my hometown, and I was this poor fat kid, you know? I now manage some of the biggest rock acts in this business. You see, she knew that I had the right stuff up here.
Little gray cells.
Little gray cells?
There was her name, boom, right there in the paper. Some kind of a society thing, I guess. So I dropped her a note.
You just looked
You
her up?
dropped
All
her a
right.
note 3 months ago? Was that the only note you dropped her?
Yeah.
That's suspicious.
I don't know. I decided I was just going to sail on down anyway. I figured she'd get a kick out of seeing how the kid turned out. Oh, you think I killed that girl?
I don't know.
Maybe you figure that I've got Hattie stowed away here someplace.
I don't think he did it.
Go ahead. I got nothing to hide.
Seems to be a
Yeah.
fairly straightforward sort of chap. I wonder why Lady Stubbs is afraid of him. If, in fact, she is afraid of him.
Don't think she is.
Did she have any enemies that you know of?
No, she had boyfriends.
So, George, did you receive a letter from Hetty
Why'd you
South
keep holding the book the whole time?
3 months ago?
No, only that one this morning.
Why do you think that Lady Stubbs was so terrified of Hetty South?
She said he kills people.
What? That guy? I don't know. Oh, that sounds like a lie, baby.
How many keys were there to the boathouse?
3. I have one, and there's one hidden in the Folly for the murder hunt.
The third is in the drawer over there.
Oh, it's in there. Oh, no. But you could put it back.
Is it not possible that she did the opposite? She rose and she opened the door to her murderer simply because she recognized him or her. The murderer must have known about the murder hunt.
She's obviously avoiding Eddie South.
That's what I said.
We only have her word for the fact that she was frightened of Eddie South. How do we know she's telling the truth?
Women often say things they don't mean.
Wow. It was such a of-the-time movie.
Between 4 and 4:30. That was my break from fortune telling.
Where were you, lady?
Well, that was about the time I returned to our cottage. I stayed there until I was sent for.
You are ill, of course.
Well, I was sick.
He's sick and tired of your shit.
Well, Poirot, don't you want to hear what Michael Wayman has to say? He seems to me to be a bit...
Yes, but I'd rather hear what Mrs. Folliot has to say before the police have a crack at her.
Oh, it's the Mick Jagger
Where were
dude.
you between 4 and 4:30?
That when she got it, you claim dear Hattie sent you on an errand for someone else.
She did.
Hattie is a girl completely obsessed with herself. She wouldn't think of sending cough drops to Camille.
It was a guy.
I expect you've come to talk about the tragedy. May I offer you tea? I'll put the kettle to boil.
Oh, no, we can only stay a moment.
Can you prove where you were all afternoon?
No, I can't prove where I was all afternoon.
When was the last time you saw Lady Stubbs?
I don't know. 3:30, I guess. Why?
Guy right here.
She seems to have vanished.
Vanished. Oh, wonderful.
He seems not amused.
Oh, Hattie plays the helpless ingenue, but she knows exactly what she's doing. I can vouch for that.
Can you?
That sounds sexual.
I think Mrs. Folliot taught her a lot. Even introduced her to Sir George. Did you know that?
Oh, wow.
They tell me you lost both your sons.
Henry, through an illness. Jamie, my younger, died in the army.
That's sad.
Did you know that Lady Stubbs is nowhere to be found?
Don't speak to me of Hattie. I don't want to think about her.
Why not?
Yet only this morning she also was talking about wickedness. There seems to be wickedness everywhere suddenly. But a child can be docile at one moment and the next moment have a temper tantrum.
It's like that girl?
This tantrum can become a rage so violent that he or
she
can kill.
Hattie was never like that.
And bruh, that's what they always say about killers.
She was a gentle
warm-hearted girl, my Hattie.
Is that her daughter? Why is she looking at what she's writing? That seems suspicious.
Did you notice Mrs. Legg in the tent?
No, I don't think I did.
Could you have missed her?
Oh, no.
Alec Legg has no alibi for the time in question.
Nor has Michael Wayman.
This is all so fascinating. And you get to do it every day.
Any conclusions?
Yes, quite a few conclusions.
Ooh, what do we got?
Lady Stubbs. Oh, you don't think she's been killed?
Yes, I do think she's been killed.
Oh, snaps.
Because Mrs. Folliot thinks she's been killed. She believes that Hattie has been killed.
Wow.
Mrs. Folliot knows more than we do.
Damn, baby. We need to get Miss Folliot in here. Let's go.
Why would she run away? Damn pleased with her new ring. Got all dolled up for the fair. Believe me, you never know what fool things women can do.
One can never know.
Ooh, Hastings getting snappy.
Amanda, put a notice in the newspapers for her.
She never reads the newspapers. I could put an advertisement in Vogue. That might catch her eye.
That's a very clever line.
Men are such fools.
Why should you make such an observation, mademoiselle?
Most of the time, they're quite shrewd. Then they go off and marry the wrong woman. She makes a fool of him and Michael Wayman.
To what kettle are you referring?
Sally Legg. She and Mr. Wayman knew each other in Chelsea. She was an aspiring artist before she was married, of course, but I don't like to gossip.
Oh, you're doing it now. Oh, she's doing it now. It's not her.
My duties to perform.
She's jealous, but I don't think it's her.
Poirot, I'd wager you're a wine connoisseur.
Oh, in my small way.
May I show you the cellar? I need to speak to you privately.
This is all the amazing wines. This is
I laid
incredible.
down a few bottles. It's all grape juice to me.
Oh!
Oh, my God.
Those of us who have been witnesses of death as we have, for them, this is a manifestation of life. Flashbash, 1944.
Oh, my gosh.
These grapes have turned into juice and are quietly in the bottle, developing strength and character and subtlety.
That's kind of beautiful, the way he described wine. That's dope.
I'll give you every bottle of this stuff if you'll find my wife.
I mean, that's a good price.
I think you should begin to consider the fact that perhaps the unfortunate Lady Stubbs, well,
no.
Would he risk all of his wine if he was the one who killed her? Doesn't mean he didn't kill somebody else, but...
Please. Find her.
Yeah, I don't know if he did it now. I think he's suspicious of something else, but I don't think he did it. Could have, though. Everybody could have did it, but I'm just trying to mark them off my list as we go along. Golden toy piece.
we meet again. You are at the hostel?
Hostel, yes.
In that case, you are trespassing. Do svidania, am I right?
No, he's sus. That guy's super sus. He came to pick that up. Or she came to pick that up.
You have lost something, perhaps.
No, not exactly.
No? In that case, it must be a secret rendezvous.
I really think you ought to mind your own business.
Oh, her and that other guy, they're getting into it. Okay.
Do you know, I think I could walk through that fair stark naked and he wouldn't even notice.
Oh, that I'd have to see to believe. You wish you were still the bohemian artist from Chelsea?
You seem to know all about me.
Oh, I keep my ear open.
But he won't even talk to me. I thought for a while it was another woman. I am the jealous type.
Oh.
Did you enjoy your tea yesterday?
Tea? Yes. The fortune-telling was terribly trying, though.
She lying. Oh, lying ass.
Yes. I've been looking for this for days.
For days. I saw it on your wrist when you were telling my fortune yesterday.
That means she came to the Folly.
And now, the lover. Oh, no. Oh, I was expecting someone else.
I can't prove it, so you go right ahead. You turn me in. That's what you paid for, isn't it? I don't give a damn anyway.
I don't like his hair, but he got a good fit.
Mon Dieu, it's rush hour.
Come here, they found Sally in the river.
What? Wait for me.
Bops. Bops. We just bopping. Bop. Bop. He's sus, bro. He kind of sus now. I thought he was innocent, but he kind of seems suspicious as fuck.
Suspicious as fuck.
Nobody's watching this guy?
She was wearing it yesterday.
Oh, yes, I recognize it.
What is going on?
They found my wife's hat in the river.
Hattie's in the Hattie's in the hostel?
Divers downstream just found a body. They're bringing it in.
It's the old man, right? Yeah, it's the old man. I love the dramatic horns. Oh my gosh.
Object of the exercise, Nass House murders, solution all. Now,
Poirot's like, bro, stop. I do this in my head. Stop this.
any objections?
Oh, goodbye, Lady Stubbs.
Do you agree with me so far?
So far, oh yeah.
Poirot.
Ah, don't be careful there. Ooh, that could be.
Poirot, I'm sorry, but you're beginning to get on my nerves.
Ooh.
Just because you never write anything down doesn't mean that you're superior or that I'm less efficient.
That's right, Poirot.
The last thing I want to do is to hurt your feelings, but you must realize sooner or later there is a considerable difference between military intelligence and normal intelligence. Where in your scheme of things you place Mrs. Folliot.
Yes, I've racked my brains, and I can't for the life of me think where to put Mrs. Folliot.
Let us bury the hatchet and go together and take Mrs. Folliot by surprise. As a matter of fact, we have come to see you.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
must allow me to offer you tea this time.
T keeps coming up. Why T keeps coming up?
Shakes. I'm very tired.
Gunners.
No, she's nervous. She hides something.
Husband, 2 sons, your home suddenly go to pieces because a couple of relative strangers are killed.
I'm older now.
No, they're related to her somehow.
You know who killed Marlene Tucker, and you know why. And you know what happened to Hattie Stubbs.
You are mistaken, Monsieur Poirot.
He not mistaken.
I have nothing more to say. I've given up. Nothing can be done. It's all over.
Well, I have not given up.
We don't want any.
Good. We don't want to disturb you. My name is Poirot. We met before at Nash House on the day of your tragedy.
Oh, yeah, he did meet.
May we come in? Mrs. Tucker, could your daughter have known her assailant?
Marlene didn't know any homicidal maniacs.
Was there someone who was nice to her, who gave her presents?
That's Mrs. Legg, but she wasn't a homicidal maniac.
I mean,
All that terrible makeup, lipstick, eyeshadow, all that. Of course, I didn't approve, but then I didn't know she was a homicidal maniac. First Marlene and then my father right after, drowned down the ferry landing.
that was her dad.
Are you telling me that Mr. Merdel was your father, that he was Marlene's grandfather?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
A little tune he used to sing, something like, oh, there'll always be a folly at that.
Always a folly at Nass. Less.
Yes.
Don't bother to see us out, thank you.
He knows who did it.
Quick.
I don't know if there's anybody in that taxi, I'll be honest.
Nobody give Marlene the makeup.
Where did she find the money to buy such things?
Grandpa Merdell told her something, and somebody was paying her not to pass it on.
She knew about an affair going on.
You will use your influence on your old friends at the Secret Service to make available to us certain information from the military archive. If what I suspect is true, it will be time to summon who?
The principals.
Oh, it's about to go down, son.
Everybody is here, including Inspector.
Oh, he about to lay the smackdown.
Do you know the murderer?
Oh, he does.
You know perfectly well what you have to do, Hastings.
Oh, yes, right-ho, yes.
Well, what did you come up with? I'm dying to know.
So am I.
Oh.
I don't know who did this one. Well, let's pause it real quick. Okay, who did it? Who did it? We know that there's relation between the girl who died. Let me think about this real quick. We got the girl who was supposed to fake her death being really dead. The guy who was her grandfather was drowned. It looked by a man's hand. We're going to go by people that we've interviewed. It could be a number of people. And then we're going to go with Hattie. I don't know if she's dead because we haven't seen a dead body. She could be hiding out at the hostel. But why? The husband was dry after the swim. It was a man's hand who pulled down the old guy in the docks. I imagine he's got a lot of money. He was paying the girl who was killed, and he was the one who went down to the dock because he was a friendly face and then killed her. So we didn't have to pay her anymore. And then he was the one who ordered the food down to the docks and said that his wife was the one who ordered it because she's not nice enough to order food for people. I'm going to go with the husband, but that leaves what was old T girl. Where was she? She was off having an affair. The husband's been out trying to follow her. And is the assistant who brought the food or said that Hattie ordered the food, is the assistant in on it? And she could have been because she read the book that she handed to Poirot in the earlier scene when he gets to his room and she's like, oh, you forgot this. She could have read it and helped orchestrate this two-man operation. I'm going to go with the husband. That's my final theory. Let's see how it plays out.
Nobody here should be alarmed by the questions, only by the answers. Mrs. Oliver, have you ever met a nuclear scientist?
Oh, no.
Mr. Legg?
Yes, I'm a nuclear physicist.
Wow.
Then I do know a nuclear scientist.
How funny.
Whereas Mrs. Legg is the opposite. She is British and deeply unhappy.
I don't know what you mean.
Why don't you drop the
Hooking
act?
up with a Yugoslavian?
She's leaving me.
And then he became a reputable scientist, and foreign agents began to work on him, hoping to force him to give away secrets.
But at the same time, I couldn't just hand over classified information. One of their people followed me here. He was at the fair. Well, that was when I finally bucked up the courage to tell him that there could be no deal. I thought you'd given up on us.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. I was just using
She wasn't having an affair, but where was she?
Using?
Oh, Alec, I do love you.
Yes, and I love you too, Sally.
That's cute. That's cute.
What has it got to do with the murders? Doesn't it warm at least one cockle of your heart?
It does. Thank you, Poirot.
Started with my question to Mrs. Oliver. She embodies all that is good and that is, pardon me, bad with instinct. And you irritated me so very much. Very much. I'm sorry. That I eventually sent Hastings back to his friends in the Secret Service to find some military archives which interested me particularly, those of Lieutenant James Folly. That not both of your sons are dead. One of them, Jamie, your favorite, is still alive. At least shrouded in mystery, Her Majesty having no...
How do you get the information so quick?
Those are the archives, in case it interests anyone. Sir George.
What I said. I knew he had some shit to do with this. That's why she assisted him with the wife.
I see no point in denying it under the circumstances. Mother, do be quiet.
Well, what happened between his leaving the army and marrying Hattie Frimple is anybody's guess. And
James Folliot can't do one thing about it. And
no,
then
until, please, until his mother introduces the knowledge that he is not dead at all, but has merely changed his identity and, as far as possible, his appearance.
Right,
You see-
so, Sir George.
Oh my God, shut up, lady.
He buys back Nass House with her money and brings her back here to live happily ever after. She tries to hide from him, but Eddie South finds her, drags her onto his boat, murders her, and dumps her body in the river.
Wait a minute, I never murdered anybody.
He didn't murder nobody.
My wife is not dead.
That is also the truth.
Well, where is she then?
Oh, he went to go find her. The hostel, like I said.
May I present Lady Stubbs?
I knew she looked suspicious.
That's not Hattie.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Oh, yes, it is.
No, it isn't. George Stubbs did marry a Hattie, Hattie Frimple, and her inheritance restored the Folliot fortune and this house to its former glory. As this man, repaying her as only he could, killed her. The proof, I believe, to lie under the Folly. This man buried Hattie Frimple, trying to regain...
Oh, he saw it.
He saw what was happening. He was horrified. He ran away. In a short time, the Folly was built over the body of the dead woman. This lady took the place of Hattie Frimple.
Wow.
There is only one real criminal in this room, and her name is Bernice Radford.
You're not gonna lay all this on me. He killed the old man.
Yeah.
The old lady's got all the guts in your family.
I didn't know Jamie was married to her when I introduced Hattie to him. I hoped we could come here, back home, and I could take care of them.
Instead, you allowed a murder to go unreported.
Wow, that makes sense.
How Marlene Tucker and the old man were murdered, or why?
Oh, that's easy. These are exhibits. The old man recognized James Folliot. He tried to communicate his discovery. He sang his stupid little song.
Always a Folliot will be there.
And no one listened, of course, to his nonsense, except young Marlene. She could always be bought off with a little pocket money, but for how long? She was the only one that had actually known the original Hattie Frimple. And if it was clever arranged and stage managed, he could get rid of the two embarrassing witnesses.
Decrepit old house is like a jail.
Well, we'll soon know from you if it's true.
God, savage.
I thought it was a pretty good disguise.
It was an excellent disguise, but there's always something wrong with every disguise. Notice, if you will, how much paler they are than the face. That was an initial mistake. It was your lovely white hand which gave you away, madame.
Wow. Look what happens when you try to flaunt.
Their scenario continued on Saturday morning at breakfast. Kept back one envelope, a blue one, which had been posted actually 3 months before, and announced the imminent arrival on that very day of
Eddie South.
She was not there for very long because she changed into the costume of an Italian girl and appeared in the garden. George shouted at her to get off the land, then seemed to be summoned from inside the house by another voice nobody could hear, but it was evidently, judging from his reaction.
Fake news.
She instructed Miss Bruce to deliver some refreshments to prove to Miss Bruce that Marlene was still alive.
Wow.
Waiting for Mrs. Legg to leave for her rendezvous with Michael Wayman in the Folly, upon which she entered and changed into her Italian outfit with the...
She looks like Uma Thurman in Pulp Fiction. That's crazy.
Then she goes down to the boathouse and calls out.
Wow.
She was a fat, stupid, greedy little kid that got exactly what she deserved for trying to blackmail us.
Jeez Louise, he's getting deep.
You are very lucky, you know, that I am not responsible for your punishment.
Jesus. Poirot coming for your throat. That's what he's doing.
Well, then this lady comes out of the boathouse.
She tosses her hat, right?
Time to toss Lady Stubbs's hat into the water.
Okay, bro.
Finally, we pass to Sir George, the swimmer of life. Is he perhaps a health fanatic? A short swim to the boat landing, and poor drunken old Martel is pulled under.
That's what I said. I told you I'm the world's most okayest detective for a reason. I got part of it right.
You are nicked, my old son.
Damn, son. Pieced up, creased up.
I can't help you now. No one can.
Why not?
Because you committed a crime. You're going to try to kill his mama. No, he not. It's always like a husband-wife combination, like Evil Under the Sun.
Congratulations. Maybe a touch more long-winded than the ABC murders.
There are some people who have to exercise their little gray cells, others who merely look.
The little gray cells.
Long-winded.
It's that bitch. I'll say what I want to say.
I enjoyed your last one. I finished it, but I have lost it somewhere now.
Here, I want you to keep that copy.
Oh.
When did you first suspect that the time bomb was surgically implanted in the parakeet?
On Tuesday.
Oh, very good.
How clever.
Good. You tell me.
You didn't read it.
We'll both be in the next one.
You know what? This was good. This was good. So that was Dead Man's Folly. I hope you enjoyed it. But as advertised, I did want to play the 2-minute clip that YouTube shortened down from the original version and left me with. So without further ado, here's the 2-minute version of that very same reaction you just watched. All right. Dead Man's Folly. Here we go. I often wonder how good I'd do given I've watched so many murder mysteries and broken them down. I wonder how well I'd do in a murder mystery party. Let me know how well y'all do.
I think I must go and see if Hattie needs anything.
Righto, boy.
Yeah, ain't nobody trying to play her game. Oh, hello.
Come look at this.
Ooh, she's knuckle on pot.
Don't lose them from sight.
Y'all about to get found out. Poirot, don't be playing. Who did he point to? Was it us?
Skills to the Marines.
Oh, wow.
Army.
That's sad.
Did you know that Lady Stubbs is nowhere to be found?
Don't speak to me of Hattie. I don't want to think about her.
Why not?
Yet only this morning she also was talking about wickedness. There seems to be wickedness everywhere. But a child can be docile at one moment and the next moment have a temper tantrum.
It's like that. It's like that girl.
This.
Nurse, Les.
Yes.
Don't bother to see us out, thank you.
He knows who did it.
Quick.
I don't know if there's anybody in that taxi. I'll be honest.
Nobody give man.
Okay. Who did it? Who did it? Let's see how it plays out.
Nobody here should be alarmed by the question.
How clever.
Good. You tell me.
You didn't read it.
We'll both be in the next one.
You know what? This is good. YouTube really loves busting my chops with this. Again, I don't know what the deal is about these older movies, but I feel like you could make a reaction to a newer movie. They wouldn't be as strict, but with the older ones, I don't really know what the deal is. But I do want to share my thoughts with how I felt about this movie. So again, I'll let my past self take it away. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this way more in some ways than 13 at Dinner. There was a lot of things I enjoyed about 13 at Dinner as far as like the mystery goes. So like the thing that drew me out of 13 at Dinner was it was in the 80s and there was a lot of like 80s things around. The thing that was cool about this was it was in the 80s, but you didn't feel like you were in the 80s. You at least felt like you were, I mean, they had jeans on and shit. So maybe like 60s, like it at least didn't feel like it was in the 80s. I think I'll say that. I do appreciate that. I do like that a lot that the time that they were in, it didn't feel like the time that they were in, because that just takes me out of it, man. And I feel like we're gonna, when we do the last Hercule Poirot, the Peter Ustinov Murder in 3 Acts, when we do Murder in 3 Acts, I'll bet you it's another 80s one, and I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I like that. This was fun. This was a lot of fun. I did almost get the killer right. I give me some half credit. I wasn't as good. I wasn't as on the game with this one as I was with Evil and His Son. But I mean, getting the husband right and then knowing that there was 2 people, I guessed it was the assistant. But then I told you at one point it was with the assistant. I was like, oh, she didn't do it. She just sort of out for revenge, and like it's never that person. Like as soon as you figure out somebody's motive, you're like, it's not you. When there's some motive shrouded in secrecy, and you've got some extra suspects, it's that person. I knew that there was something off about every time we saw that little person with the black Uma Thurman wig. I know it. Listen, somebody out there like, they didn't base this on Uma Thurman, bro. I know that. I'm just trying to make a cultural reference so that way people understand who I'm talking about. When Hattie, not even Hattie, like the fake Hattie, was pretending to be a hostile, stayer, traveler, I knew there was something off about it. It just didn't feel right, bro. I thought at one point it was a guy, but then you could clearly see like there was a shirt, the person wasn't wearing a bra. And so I was just like, yeah, maybe not. I don't know. It's kind of sus. This person's a little sus, but they kind of everywhere. That was interesting. That part was interesting. The rest of it, man, what a great mystery. I'm glad that I got the part of it right that I did. I'm glad that there was still some mystery to be had. I'm also going to do a breakdown of this along with this reaction. And that's the tough part, right? Because I'm doing a reaction. It's going to spoil the ending. This is a very tough video DVD to find. So if you can find it, great. But hopefully this will give you some entertainment in the meantime. Peter Ustinov as Hercule Poirot. I love it. I love him all day in that role. I had a better time with this than I did with Appointment with Death. Yeah, I had some good moments with that movie, but so far this is above it. Whatever that's worth to you. And that was like a Hollywood production, right? Like that was like a movie. Had Carrie Fisher in it, Lauren Bacall. Yeah, I enjoyed what this movie had to offer. I enjoyed what this movie was doing. It felt like a made-for-TV movie, but also too, I felt like they corrected some of the mistakes that they made in 13 at Dinner. I feel like they corrected some of those mistakes where it's like, oh, we've got to pause for dramatic effect to cut for the next commercial. Like this one, like the commercials were very well kind of cut in and out. That part was very nice. Did y'all try and figure it out? Let me know in the comments. Have you seen the David Suchet one? I haven't seen that one yet. It makes me, maybe I want to watch that one next. You know, I think one day I want to compare every David Suchet where he plays Hercule Poirot, and they've made a movie about it. I mean, minus Murder on the Orient Express. I feel like you can Google that. I feel like you can YouTube that. The Suchet compared to Peter Ustinov. I think that would be a fun thing. There's a lot that I want to do. I'm gonna do a breakdown for this. I hope y'all enjoyed the reaction. I appreciate everybody who watches all the Hercule Poirot stuff that I do. Thank y'all, man. First of all, I feel like not enough people just do it in general, and then I feel like the people that do it, it's a little stiff, baby. It's a little stiff. We need a little flavor. You know, you giving us, hey, anybody can make chicken, but you got to put some seasoning on that chicken, baby. If you YouTube the Hercule Poirot breakdowns or reviews, you'll see what I'm saying. It is a little stiff in the neck. However, I appreciate every one of those YouTubers because I watched their reviews before I've done any of mine. They paved the way for me to come in here and sort of fill a lane. And I know some people don't like my vernacular. You know, I do talk a little loose in the tooth. Yeah, I appreciate y'all. Did y'all get the killer? Did y'all get the murder? Had you seen the Suchet one? Had you read the book? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, had you seen this particular version of the Peter Ustinov of Dead Man's Folly? Had you seen this before? Do you own it? Had you seen it along the way? Let me know in the comments. Thank y'all, everybody, for just tuning in for all the murder mysteries that I do. I had a really fun time with this. And the next one I'm going to do is Murder in 3 Acts. And I'm also going to have some fun with, look out for very soon, I'm going to have some fun with The Mirror Cracked. I know it's another Agatha Christie one. It's not Hercule Poirot. It is, what that lady's name is. Miss Marple, her other character. We're going to have some fun with that. So look out for that soon. I got a lot on the plate that I want to do. Some of these are tough, so doing a reaction is a lot easier than doing a whole breakdown, but just look out for a breakdown of this one as well. And if you're a fan of murder mysteries, feel free to check out the rest of what's going on at Nerds at Night. I know y'all find some sort of murder mystery that y'all enjoy. In the meantime, I want to thank everybody for tuning in for this, whether it's morning, evening, afternoon. I always appreciate you. If y'all want to follow me on social media, it's Money Blake Weather on all the social medias. And until the next time, until the next case, I will see you. Peace.